Welcome back to the Vocational Expert Views channel, where we discuss disability issues and how they affect individuals in life and vocationally. You have often heard the word used with a person, but sometimes we use clinical words to describe a situation, but the person doesn't really have that personality trait, it just seems like it. A true narcissistic personality disorder is a psychopath personality disorder. What is crazy is there are a lot of Fortune 500 companies that look for narcissistic personality disorder traits in individuals they want to hire. They aren't just in the prisons, they are also in upper management. While we may call someone a narcissist to describe someone who acts self-absorbed, narcissistic personality disorder is actually a serious condition that can affect how you see yourself and how you relate to others. If you know where to look, there are some telling traits of narcissistic personality disorder that stand out. A sense of overimportance. An overinflated sense of self-importance. People with narcissistic personality disorder often see themselves as the most important person in the room. They prioritize their ideas above others, insert themselves into the center of every conversation, and tend to exhibit issues with control when things get tough. This desire for perfectionism can damage relationships with others, but it can also cause undue stress on their own emotional and mental well-being when situations don't work out the way they envisioned. Sometimes, no matter what is said, they have to one-up. I know of something better, my experience was more grand. They are always one-upping you. A need for excessive admiration. Number 2. A need for excessive admiration. People with narcissistic personality disorder evaluate their self-worth and self-esteem based on how other people perceive them. They want to be adored and admired for their efforts and highly appreciated by everyone around them. Occasionally, they may be excessively envious of other people or believe others are envious of them. People with narcissistic personality disorder may experience imposter syndrome more frequently and respond unkindly to criticism. A sense of entitlement. 3. A sense of entitlement. Since they see themselves as the most important person in their lives, they often expect others to see them the same way. This sense of entitlement may cause them to have unreasonable expectations to be treated better than other people. They may also expect others to bend to their will and comply with their wishes, even if their wishes cross an interpersonal line and ignore healthy boundaries. Superficial relationships. Number 4. Superficial relationships. A person with narcissistic personality disorder typically surrounds themselves with members of high society. The people they quote may have high social status, belong to important organizations, or be upper class. They often find those people beneficial for their own personal or professional gain. When times get tough, these relationships may sometimes become strained because they're often disingenuous. Takes advantage of others to achieve their goals. Number 5. Takes advantage of others to achieve their goals. Disingenuous relationships lead to unfortunate outcomes. Someone with narcissistic personality disorder may be more willing to take advantage of other people for their own personal benefit, including people they know and love. They may also have a hard time discerning what makes their behaviors unacceptable and harmful to others and themselves. A lack of empathy. Number 6. A lack of empathy. In interpersonal and romantic relationships, especially someone with narcissistic personality disorder may have a hard time recognizing someone else's needs, even unintentionally, because their natural instinct is to prioritize their needs above others. Resistant to change. Number 7. Resistant to change. Processing big changes can be difficult for someone with narcissistic personality disorder, especially when they're asked to compromise their beliefs or actions for the betterment of others. Rather than come to an agreement or hold themselves accountable, someone with NPD may be avoidant or blame others for what's happening instead. Hyperfocused on fantasies. 8. Hyperfocused on fantasies. It's lonely at the top, especially for someone with narcissistic personality disorder who's hyperfocused on themselves. They may be fixated on their career, their social status, their financial well-being, or their physical looks. And while these are all good things to work towards, fantasies of one's greatness could become detrimental to their physical and emotional health. Master manipulators. Individuals with narcissistic personality disorder are masters at manipulating others. They look for individuals with weak egos and try to capture them, creating a codependent situation. Narcissistic personality disorder use a tactic I like to call FOG. They use fear. Narcissistic personality disorder will use verbal tactics to create fear, doubt, uncertainty in their target in order to gain control of the individual. They use obligation. They are constantly reminding individuals that owe them favors, or since they did X they now owe them Y. Guilt. Finally, in fog is guilt. They will master the use of guilt to get others to do their bidding. What causes narcissistic personality disorder? The causes of narcissistic personality disorder are complex and can even include genetics and environmental factors, like a parent giving their child excessive adoration or criticism, or not tending to their child's needs. At the end of the day, the mask of self-importance hides loneliness, lack of confidence, and lack of worth. Because of all of these traits, narcissistic personality disorder is associated with a greater risk for depression, suicide, and suicidal ideation. Conclusion. If you are exhibiting signs or symptoms of narcissistic personality disorder, or if you're feeling a little lost, talk to your healthcare provider.